Now I will summarize my partner's points. Our contention 1 states the Second Amendment. The assault weapons ban threatens Second Amendment rights. D.C. vs. Hiller, Prentice Miller is not the controlling precedent. This is from Boren Congressman 2009. The court sent a clear message that incremental steps to erode the Second Amendment are unacceptable. Heller recently redefined the Second Amendment individual right to possess and carry weapons and was affirmed 2 years later in McDonald v. City, Chicago, applying the individual right to bear arms in all 50 states. Mihalko, Executive Comments Editor from Boston College International and Comparative Law, Review, Winter 2012. Only 2 years later, Heller was affirmed and the Second Amendment was incorporated against the states as an individual right in McDonald. The court ultimately determined that the right to keep and bear arms is among those fundamental rights necessary to our system of ordered liberty. Our contention 2 states self-defense. Guns can be used to stop acts of evil in the name of self-defense. Gross, chair of Calgun's Foundation, July 26, 2012. Guns are used 1,500,000 times a year to successfully defend good people from bad people, almost always without the firing of a single shot. Assault weapons defend against terrorists. Faber J.D. Thomas Coley Law School, 2004. The shooting at the LL ticket counter at LA International Airport illustrates the effective use of firearms against terrorist-style attacks. Our contention 3 states the ban is ineffective. Ban is ineffective. There are some reasons. One of the reasons are many firearms manufacturers redesign their assault weapons to skirt the ban, a tactic the gun industry calls sportualization. This is why the ban is ineffective, because people can find loopholes in the business to make their weapons. And now I will tell you why our opponents have failed to support their points. Their strongest points were homicide in Mexico. Murder and violent crime rates are declining since the assault weapons ban last. States with bans on assault weapons have a smaller decrease in crimes than states that allow assault weapons. Lott, Economist, and Author, 2005. When the federal assault weapons ban ended, gun crimes and police killings were predicted to surge. Instead, they have declined. More than 9 months have passed and the first crime numbers are in. The number of murders nationwide fell by 3.6%, the first drop since 1999. The trend was consistent. Murders kept on declining after the assault weapons ban ended. The 7 states that had their own assault weapons ban saw a smaller drop in murders than the 43 states without such laws. Doing away with the ban actually reduced crime. And the drop was not just limited to murder. Answers to Mexico. Other countries supply Mexican drug cartels with assault weapons. Lott, Economist, and Author, 2010. Mexican drug cartels are able to bring in really powerful weapons from around the world. Grenades and rocket launchers come from other countries such as South Korea, Israel, and Spain. Machine guns in Mexico originate from China, Israel, and South Africa, none of which is from the U.S. It is hard to believe that Mexican drug cartels will want to look like military-style weapons from the U.S. when they can get the real military weapons elsewhere. Homicide rates falling in Mexico since 1997. Lott, Economist, and Author, 2010. Calderon would want to blame his country's rising crime rate on the U.S., but it simply isn't true. Mexico's homicide rate fell from 15.8 homicides to less than 10. The 2007 and 2008 homicide rates were both lower than the rate in 2004. And this is why we have completely destroyed you. Is there time?
You have 1 second left. Time. Oh. Crossfire. Stay there. Jonathan, let's go.
1 second left.
You ready, question? No.
Oh my gosh, I have no question.
This way. Alright, go.
You said that the ban was ineffective and then the murder rates fell by 3.6% after the ban. But how do you explain that murder rates fell by 7%, which is greater than the 3.6% during the ban?
Can you repeat the question?
How do you explain that the assault weapons ban had a greater decrease than after the ban?
The murder rates have a greater decrease after the ban than before the ban?
Don't answer the question. You don't need to.
No, okay. Well, my information states that the total drop of murders after the ban was created was the murders actually dropped after the ban was lifted. So that means it's supposed to be that the murder rates go up if the ban is lifted, but actually it went down. So the ban wasn't effective. Okay, I'm gonna ask a question, which is, I said that Mexican drug card. When the federal assault weapons ban ended, you said your homicide contention, gun crimes and police killings were predicted to surge. Instead, they have declined. What do you say to that?
Well, during the ban it fell by 7%, and after the ban it fell by 3.6%. And 7% is always greater than 3.6%. So the ban worked more than after the ban. One of your contentions is about the Second Amendment. Why can't you use handguns to protect yourself from other criminals so they can ban assault weapons?
Why is that anything to do with Second Amendment?
I mean, cross the Second Amendment out.
Okay, so you say that handguns. Okay, so I have a point that states about terrorists. You cannot use a handgun or a rifle to defend yourself against terrorists. They're not going to let you do that. They will have assault weapons. You can't. There's sometimes you can't use a gun and a rifle. That's not enough to defend yourself against people with assault weapons.